Hello, and welcome to our 59th production of the Panther Broadcast Channel.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoy our show.
It's that time of the year again. Days are getting colder and everyone is miserable.
It's okay though. It's time to learn how to be safe and how to properly prepare for the cold season.
Ah yes, winter, the time of bitter cold and suffering. Today you will sit back, relax, and learn with us how to properly prepare for the cold. Meet our first victim. His name is Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan is stupid. He doesn't know how to prepare for the cold. How many layers do you have? Oh, there's 1, 2, maybe 3. And oh, that's too many. Dirty Dan is dead. Now, Dirty Dan, how many layers do you have on now? Oh, that's way too little. You will never survive in the cold now, Dirty Dan. Perfect. Dirty Dan has found the proper amounts of layers and clothing to wear for the cold. He has a proper hat, gloves, and layering underneath his jacket. Now, Dirty Dan is ready for whatever winter throws at him. Look how happy he is. Meet our second victim, Pinhead. Pinhead is properly dressed for the cold, just as Dirty Dan, but however, there's one fatal flaw. Just watch. Look at that loser. He did not have the proper shoes to protect himself from the most single dangerous thing about the cold. Ice. Let's get him changed into some proper shoes. Perfect. Let's go over his new and improved outfit. He has a hat. Check. Gloves, check. And proper shoes, check. Look how happy Pinhead is. With his weird celebration or dance, mating ritual, whatever it is. Now you know how to properly dress and prepare for the cold. What? Pinhead, what are you doing?
Oh, great heavens!
Let's take a moment to look at what our early graduating seniors are doing after graduation.
What are your plans for after graduation?
To attend college.
Is there a specific teacher or class that you will specifically miss, and why?
Psychology with Donnie, because I love Donnie hard.
What type of career or field do you see yourself working in?
I would like to work in HVAC,
What's that?
heating and cooling systems.
What do you hope to accomplish in your first year after high school?
Make a lot of money.
Looking back, what part of high school do you think you'll look back on the most fondly?
I don't know. The dodgeball tournament's pretty fun.
What's your name and how do you spell it?
What, you want first name or what I go by?
First name.
Oh, okay. William Greasehaber, WILLIAMGRIESHABER.
Are there any school traditions or events that you will miss participating in?
Homecoming, I guess.
What personal goals do you have for yourself in the next few years?
Graduate from college, get a job, make lots of money.
What would be your dream spot to be in 10 years?
Wealthy.
How do you think you've changed or grown during your time in high school?
Alright.
What type of career or field do you see yourself working in, and what excites you about it?
I'm going to school to be a heavy equipment operator. I get to play in the dirt, so that's pretty fun.
That's all.
Alright.
Let's see what type of music students are listening to.
Have many genres. Some been listened to more than others or less than others. Rock is in first, as it reads 56.8% of being listened to. Pop then seems to be in second place. Out of the 6 that people have chosen from, many listen to it, others don't. As in music, not the place, it seems to be in third place out of 6 musics I chose. Fourth place will be R&B, and still music for 3.9% being listened to. In fifth place is hip hop. It is 37.4% that people have been listening to. Jazz is now on the last spot of sixth place. Well, that's what I found at least.
I'm Olivia Morris.
What do you mainly listen to?
Like music? I would say like pop music. I'm also really big into musicals.
What do you mainly listen to?
Just rock, I guess.
What do you like to listen to?
I like to listen to Disney, rock, different types of bands.
And what app do you usually use it on?
Oh, I use Apple Music.
Nice. Thank you. When do you usually listen to it?
Whenever I'm home, I don't really just when I'm alone at home.
Okay. Thank you. And what is your favorite author?
My favorite author, either Christina Aguilera or Zach Callison, probably.
Some nearby roads could use some upgrades. One of our teams took a look, and here's what they found.
How often do you drive on Route Z?
Pretty often. I drive there at least like 3 times a week.
How dangerous would you say it is?
I mean, it's probably one of the most dangerous roads in town, I would say.
Do you feel safe driving on Route Z in inclement weathers?
Not necessarily, depending on the weather. Snow, definitely not, because the roads are very bumpy and lots of holes, so there's lots of room for ice.
Do you think there should be more of a shoulder on Route Z?
Yes, there's not enough room for, like, if there's a big truck and like another big truck, I don't think they could pass each other on the road.
How does it compare to other roads in town?
It's definitely the most torn up road. It definitely needs to be redone sometime, but yeah.
How often do you drive on Route Z?
I drive on Route Z every day.
How do you think it compares to other roads in town?
It is one of the worst roads to drive on compared to other roads in town.
What specific problems do you notice with the road?
Right before you reach FF, there's a bunch of dips in the road and it throws you around.
Do you feel safe or unsafe driving on Route Z in inclement weathers?
Very unsafe. It's horrible.
Do you think there should be more of a shoulder on the road?
Yes.
Do you think Route Z has a higher chance of causing a crash than other roads in town?
I do, yes.
How often do you drive on Route Z?
Every day.
How do you think it compares to the other roads in town?
It's way worse, 100%.
What specific problems do you notice in the road?
Well, every 4 seconds there's a pothole, and the road is splitting very badly, and there is no room for anything when there is a tractor and or any sort of farm equipment on the road.
Do you feel unsafe driving on Route Z in inclement weathers?
Yeah, I don't feel safe. I mean, I know how to drive, but...
Do you think there should be more of a shoulder on Route Z?
Yeah.
Do you think Route Z has a higher chance of causing a crash than other roads in town?
At nighttime, 100%.
Okay. Now we will take a look at Mizzou football history.
Welcome back to the MU Historic Podcast. Today we're going to talk about Missouri football history, mainly about Mizzou. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to talk about Chase Daniels. He was the quarterback for Mizzou from 2004 to 2008. I mean, it was actually 2005, I think, but he came into the portal in 2004. Very historic quarterback. I never got to watch Chase Daniels. I wasn't born yet, but he was really good. I'm going to jump into some things that Chase Daniels did whenever he was at MU. On January 1st, 2008, Mizzou went 12-2, making it the best record in the school's history. The same year, they won the Cotton Bowl in 2008. They won 38-7 over Arkansas. That's pretty big. Back in that time, Arkansas was really good. They had a lot of good recruitment and things like that. But that's one big thing Chase Daniels did. What do you got, Finian?
He was really good at college, and then he went on to the NFL and was a backup quarterback for over 15 years. And I think now he's helping Mizzou out a little bit because I've seen him on a few things with Mizzou. So he's still with the program a little bit.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep. MU's program dates back to 1980, long time ago. They're an old football program, an old historic college. They've been around since World War I. They've won 36 bowl games, 11 New Year bowl games. They've had 4 Orange Bowl appearances. They've had 4 Cotton Bowl appearances, 4 Sugar Bowl appearances, and 1 Fiesta Bowl appearance. So a lot of bowl games, 36 appearances is quite a few. In order to be a good football team, you got to go to bowl games. That's how you get your recruiting. And that's why I think Mizzou's back to how they were whenever Chase Daniels played, is because, football is better at MU right now. And everything just looks back to normal, honestly. I feel like the program is, kind of doing what it's supposed to be doing. Next, we talk about Mizzou stats. They've got 15 conference titles, and they're in the SEC. That's a tough one. They've got Alabama. They've got so many teams in there that makes it tough to win football games. And if you're able to do that, you're pretty good. You got to be really good to do that. They've got 5 division titles. And then their all-time, record is 711 and 580. That makes it, over 500. So not bad. They do have 52 ties. So, that's part of it. I feel like every team has their ties and everything like that. But 52 is a small number. That's actually the smallest amount of ties in college football history is 52. And Mizzou holds that. So hopefully they hold it for a lot longer. They haven't had any ties for quite a while. Mizzou's been a part of the SEC Conference, the Southeastern Conference, since 2012. They were, in desperate need of, some spark of something. And the SEC I think that helped them out a little bit, make them a tougher football team. Just makes them, they get looked at better because they're part of the SEC, I think.
Yeah.
The Tigers, they play in a very historic football stadium, also known as the Zoo. It was known as Memorial Stadium a long time ago, whenever World War I activist passed away. They named the stadium Memorial Stadium after him. And then it ended up getting, its new name, Faurot Field. And the reason that, came about is because of a coach, Don Faurot, that was the head coach for Mizzou, very Hall of Fame coach, very good, won more than 75% of the bowl games and everything for Mizzou. So, he was a big piece to MU, so they went ahead and named the stadium Faurot Field, and they've done lots and lots and lots of renovations. It's a very nice stadium now. I just went to the Arkansas and Mizzou game over the weekend over Thanksgiving break. Mizzou won 28-21. Not a bad football game. Didn't know if I was ever going to get to go to an MU game in the snow. I don't know very many people that are going to get to do that. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Tyler, would you go to an MU game in the snow? You're not a football guy, so I don't know if you would.
I mean, it's not the game itself that I don't like. It's just all the
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere, yeah. It had a pretty good atmosphere. There were quite a few people there for snowy. I really didn't think there was going to be that many people there, but there were quite a few. And honestly, I don't want to say I'm not an MU fan. I am, but I'm not diehard. I'm not a diehard MU fan. They're okay. Would I choose another team over MU? Probably. I've been an Ohio State fan for a lot of my life, and now I'm trying to become an MU fan. It's like trying to make me become a Chiefs fan. It doesn't work, And I know Tyler back there, he doesn't really care about MU or any of the football teams. He's just along for the ride. And last but not least, we'll go ahead and talk about the 2024 season. We are bowl eligible. Again, hopefully we're going to play in a good bowl. I think the predictions are either the Music Bowl against Michigan or going out to Las Vegas and playing like Syracuse or playing in Florida against Syracuse. So not a bad bowl game. We lost a few games this year that we probably shouldn't have lost. We should have beat South Carolina. We should have played a lot better against Alabama. Probably could have beat Alabama, but we just didn't put together a game. We should have lost to Vanderbilt, honestly. They only beat us by 3. But I think that's just part of it, honestly. I think that's just how it goes. But we are 9-3. We are not going to win 11 games again this season, but we are 9-3, bowl eligible. I kind of like Eli Drinkwitz as the head coach. I didn't know if I liked him at first. He's not a bad head coach. 9-3 and the SEC is pretty good. Like I said, we probably should have beat Texas A&M or played better against Texas A&M at least, but we didn't. So we kind of had a rough season. But for the most part, it wasn't too bad of a season, I believe. And MU's a very historic school. They got a lot more history than that, but MU dates back to a long time ago where football was kickers kicked with their bare foot. So it's been around quite a while. But Mizzou's getting better. I think their program's finally back, and I don't know. You got anything to say about MU?
I think the past few seasons is a staple of what they can do in the next few years to the SEC. They've been a pretty powerful school in the SEC, at least a top 5 school in the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they got a lot of room to grow, and I think Eli Drinkwitz is a pretty good coach right now, and they're getting a lot of recruits, so they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I did see the other day there was a 4-star defensive tackle. He decommitted from Mizzou to go to Texas A&M, and I think that's part of it, though. I think that's just that's how it goes. You can't get all the guys. Yeah. You got to settle for the ones you have or the ones you can get. You just have to build what you've got to what you want it to be. And I think Eli Drinkwitz can do that. Do I think that they're going to go win a national championship? No, but are they better than they have been? Yes, they're a lot better than they have been. They've came a long way, and there's plenty more to go. There's a lot more football to be played. This season isn't over. Maybe they'll get a pretty good bowl and they'll win it. I hope they do. Even if it's against Michigan, that's big because Michigan's been good in the previous years, and if we could beat them, that would be awesome. Yep. And like you said, I think MU's finally putting their foot down and explaining to people they want to win, they want to play. They're not just some football team in Missouri. They are MU, and they're wanting to win. That's what they're striving to do. And I think, like you said, Chase Daniels really helps that out, though, because he was there a long time ago. Helped them build the program then, and now is back helping them build the program now. So I think that's huge, especially for guys that had success, that moved on, that come back and try to, put their foot down to help you out too. So I think that's huge, especially for MU.
So now they send on Harrison Mevis, 61.5 officially.
Boy, I tell you, he makes this kick. We will be talking about this for the rest of our lives.
Good snap, good place. Kick is up. It is.
Next, we're going to take a look at what CHS students and faculty are doing over Christmas break.
For Christmas break, I planned on spending time with family. We're going to travel down to my parents' house, which is about 4.5 hours away, and my husband and my daughter and I will hang out with them. I like to bake a lot of food over my free time during Christmas break. Favorite Christmas movie is probably Elf. Favorite Christmas song, I think, is Mary Did You Know? My favorite dish to eat at Christmas is probably waffles and bacon and eggs. My family does a big breakfast for Christmas, and it is amazing. Least favorite dish? Probably turkey. Not a fan of turkey on Christmas. Favorite snack are the Oreo balls. My favorite gift I've ever had on Christmas, that's a tough one. When I was really little, I got a little battery-powered Jeep I had a lot of fun with. I love a white Christmas. I love seeing the snow on Christmas Day.
I plan on sleeping in. I plan on relaxing with my family, watching some movies, sitting on the couch together, watching movies. We always go to my wife's family in southeast Missouri, and we go to my family outside Kansas City. So some travel, and hopefully playing in the snow. Favorite activity, one of them is probably sleeping in. I do enjoy laying in my bed and not having to get up early. Playing video games, just relaxing. That's tough. I'd probably say Elf because Will Ferrell. Oh goodness. My wife loves Christmas songs. My daughter loves Christmas songs. My son really gets annoyed with them. I'm kind of indifferent. So I don't know. I don't know what my favorite would be. I don't mind listening to them. I don't love them like my wife and my daughter do, but they also don't annoy me. But I don't know that I really have a favorite. Oh man. Probably some ham. We usually have ham, and it's hard to beat some good sugar honey baked ham. It's hard to beat some of that. I don't think I really have a least favorite dish. There's probably stuff I just don't eat, but for the most part, my favorite snack for Christmas time is probably cookies. My wife and her family always have a cookie day, so they make lots of cookies, so usually there's some left over, and they are delicious. Favorite gift I've got? Oh man. I don't know. I'm 42, so I've got lots of gifts over the years. I'm at the age now where I enjoy. It's not about me, it's about my kids, open presents and family. And also we adopt through our church, we get gifts for other families. So it's really not about me at this point. But as far as my favorite gift, I don't know. I'm not sure. I hope it's a white Christmas. I enjoy the snow. I like driving in it. So I hope it's white.
Well, I'm excited to have my daughter home from college for a week, so I plan on spending Christmas break with her. And then I'm also fostering 2 Chihuahuas, so snuggling them and reading, doing lots of reading. Reading Miracle on 34th Street. I don't know if I have a favorite Christmas song. The cookies. I like all foods. Puppy chow. Just spending time with my family. I would love a white Christmas.
Thank you for watching our production today.
We hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a great, safe holiday season.
We'll be back at the end of January with our 60th episode.
See you soon.
Hello, and welcome to our 59th okay, you have to restart it. Production, not broadcast. Okay. Hello, and welcome to our 59th Oh my gosh! Production. 59th production. 59th. Okay.
You do not.
Oh, it's.
Let's see what type of music students listen to.
Can you do that again without sounding completely depressed?
Yeah.
Now we're going to take a look at. Restart.